All right, I am going to go over the answers to the chromosomes quiz that you took last week on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if you're in my A3 or B5 class. And this will help you study for your Chapter 11.4 meiosis test that is open on Skyward now, and that's due by the end of the week. All right, question 1. What two main parts make up a chromosome? Is it A, centrioles and chromosomes, B, chromatids in the centromere, C, centromere and chromatin, or D, chromatin and centrioles? The correct answer was chromatids and the centromere. We discussed this several times in class. Your chromosomes are made up by two identical sister chromatids and the centromere holding them together. Question 2, chromatin coils up around these to form a chromosome. Is it A, centrioles and proteins, B, centromeres, C, histone proteins, or D, homologs? So the answer to this is histone proteins, and you can find this answer in section 10.2, page 280. So if you remember in class, I said this chromosome quiz, not only does it include information on chromosomes from this unit, from meiosis, but also information from past units, including chapter 10. Question 3, a chromosome contains A, genes, B, no genetic material, only histones, or C, only centromeres. The correct answer is A, genes. We discussed this multiple times in class, including, I believe, the last class period when we went over the 11.4 review worksheet. Question 4, your DNA. A contains only codes for some traits, B contains only codes for making lipids or fats, or C contains all your genetic material. Correct answer would be it contains all your genetic material. Question 5. A gene A contains a recipe for making a certain protein. B only codes for making lipids or fats. C does not code for proteins. The correct answer would be that genes contain a recipe for making certain proteins. Question 6. What does the centromere do? Is it A, codes for proteins, B, produces centrioles, or C, holds sister chromatids together? I already answered this basically going over question 1. You should know it's C, holds sister chromatids together. Question 7. An amount of coiled up chromatin is called A, centromere, B, a centriole, C, a catalyst, or D, a chromosome. The correct answer would be a chromosome. So chromatin is going to coil up to form chromosomes in prophase, and by the end of telophase, they're going to be uncoiled back into chromatin, that spaghetti-like version of DNA. Question 8. Chromosomes consist of two identical halves called A, chromosomes, B, sister chromatids, C, chromatin, or D, matching centrioles. Correct answer would be sister chromatids. They're made up of two identical halves called sister chromatids. Question 9. Chromatids blank during cell division so that two new cells will each receive one chromatid. Is it A, join, B, separate, C, form spindle fibers, or D, turn into chromatin? The correct answer would be separate. They're going to separate during cell division so that two new cells will each receive one sister chromatid. Question 10. How many chromosomes do prokaryotes have? Is it A, 23 pairs, B, none, only chromatin, C, 46 chromosomes, or D, 1? As stated several times, once during this unit, once during other units, the correct answer is D, 1 chromosome. Prokaryotes have one typically circular chromosome. Question 11. A cell that contains only a single set of genes or half of the chromosomes. Is it A, diploid, B, haploid, or C, polyploid? So that cell, because it contains half of the chromosomes or only a single set of genes, is B, haploid. Right? If it were diploid, it would have two complete sets of chromosomes. Question 12. A cell that contains two sets of homologous chromosomes. Is it A, haploid, B, polyploid, or C, diploid? You should know. As I said just a minute ago, it would be C, diploid. Question 13. A chromosome that is not an X or a Y chromosome. Is that an autosome, a sex chromosome, or homologous chromosome? It would be A, autosome. Question 14, chromosomes that carry the male and female traits. Are those autosomes, polysomes, or sex chromosomes? My goodness. The answer is chromosomes that carry the male and female traits are known as your sex chromosomes. And question 15, how many chromosome pairs does a normal diploid human cell contain? Is it A, 46, B, 13, C, 23, or D, 12? The correct answer would be 23. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, therefore they have 46 chromosomes. If you have any questions about those answers or where you can find them, please email me. Don't forget to take your test and finish it by the end of the week. The end of this week is the third quarter, so if you do not finish your test by midnight on Thursday for A Day, or midnight on Friday for B Day, it will remain a 0 in the gradebook, and that will seriously affect your grade. Okay? Don't forget to email me if you have any questions about anything.